Good morning. Good morning to the beautiful people of the world. Today is Friday, February 3rd. It is 9 a.m. on the dot. It's a beautiful, morning in New York, Bronx, New York, of course. Let's just say it's 23 degrees outside. It's cold. Some people are sensitive to this type of weather, but I'm not. This is the weather I shine in. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live broadcast. Welcome to another episode of Bronx Girl. And I don't want to forget the people that makes this channel grow. Is shout out to the replay gang. You have the best seat in the house. Shout out to the bush watchers. And shout out to the podcast listeners. It says it's 23 degrees outside, but the humidity is 36%. 36%. It's not that bad. If you dress appropriately, then you'll be okay. I love the cold weather. This is, weather scare a lot of people. But welcome to the chat. I wanted to come back because today is Freestyle Friday. We do it freestyle on Fridays and follow up with some things. Good morning, Lois. Welcome to the chat, Lois. Good morning, everyone that's coming in. Lois has graced her presence and Glendine has entered the chat. Good morning, ladies. And from near and far, good morning, cool gamer GK. Thank you, GK. So listen, I'll give a little bit time for a little bit more people to come in. This morning I had a great start. Let me tell y'all what happened to me this morning. I left out my house around the usual time. I leave out around the same time every morning. And I had to stop in front of the security desk to check my bag, and I took all the contents out my bag. So as I was walking up the block with Zachary to go to Dunkin' Donuts, I noticed that I didn't have my wallet. I had to get online and came up short. But I had to leave because I had to go to the bathroom. I had to turn back around. Do you know that I came back? The money, the $20 that I took out, didn't realize I took out was still on the shelf. Nobody, and people come out because they coming out for work or whatever, coming in from work, and no one saw that $20 and it was just shining there. And the security guard was sitting right across from it. I said, everybody that came out picked it up. I was like, oh my goodness, it's still here. She said, God is good. God is good. I can't believe that. Yeah, you sitting right there. You didn't see it. People coming out, they didn't see it. I came back. It was still there. So that just goes to show that a lot of people have blessings in many different ways. And that's why, like, this YouTube thing is like a fantasy, but it does have real life stuff involved. And that's why I wanted to follow up because people, not so many, about a couple of people left comments in my comment section under the live I did yesterday about the inclusion guru and that she's not capable of doing this. She's too mature for that, and that she would never write a letter like that because she's too smart. Okay, yeah, I'm not that convinced. So I wanted to follow up this morning. And inclusion guru is not as smart as she thinks she is. I'm not saying that she's dumb. I think she's dumb when she's trying to solve like cases and stuff. I think she's not that intelligent when it comes to being somebody that she's not, right? We all know what type of person she is. She is a educated woman. She teaches in a school, so she say she have years of degrees under her belt, which is okay. She is a self-proclaimed author, which is okay. However, on these YouTube streets, I think she present herself for what she is and who she is, right? So in the real world, the 20th century that we are in now, presently and currently, and the climate of the world with people like Inclusion Guru, her journey and mission doesn't just stop here, right? I know that if we were to accuse or anyone or have any suspects in the case, because it is a case, right? Roz received a letter and she accused more than one person, but she narrowed down her choices, which I would say the same thing. Inclusion Guru is well capable of doing this. I wouldn't put it past her. I don't care how much people may glorify her and look up to her as an educator, as a teacher, or as an intelligent woman. No one is taking that away from her. However, if people can accuse Roz of causing self-harm to herself, then why can't someone like me with a unbiased opinion come and say, I feel like the inclusion guru did this because of her mission on YouTube, her whole mission on YouTube. welcome to the chat. If you're here, come say hello, drop down below, drop out the bushes if you choose to do so. Let us know you here, and just hit the like button. Why is it like far-fetched for us to think that the guru is not capable of doing something like this, right? So everybody had their conspiracy theories, because I felt like it was a bunch of conspiracy theories. And this live, I'm not going to stay long. I'm going to keep it under an hour, but I'm going to go into great detail, and maybe we could just have a broader conversation than what we have it now. So she wrote a letter. Okay, not she wrote a letter, excuse me, the inclusion guru, they wrote. I suspect, right, we're accusing her. I feel like she is capable of doing this. People say that she would not do this, right? But she have that characteristic, she have that trait of a real live Karen, right? In the 20th century, when we came so far, her language is worse than Sharita's. Her language is worse than Sweet Tea. Her language is worse than anyone on here. She just don't use the type of language and in the context that other people use it. I don't think Sharita, Sweet Tea, whomever have Ocean or whomever presently who have content against Roz hate Roz as much as the Guru lady does. And I stand by what I say. I feel like Sweet Tea and Sharita, when they come in here, when they come up on a platform and they say the things they say about Roz and they do the things they do about Roz, it's over with, it's done with. I don't think they mean it, but that's just a part of their content. But I do wholeheartedly, and I'm just expressing my thoughts and opinion, that I personally feel, in my opinion, that when the Guru set out to write letters, to go on a journey, to go on a mission, to write letters, to get Rod's page taken down, to so-called go into Congress, get in contact with the FBI about dumb, petty shit that's happened on YouTube. Why wouldn't she think like to write a letter, misspell some words, and then slip up, write the label, but type up the letter? She has more access to a computer than anyone on YouTube. Okay, now if y'all really want to get technical, and she still didn't, she's sloppy with what she do. If you want to compare the handwritings, right, to the letter with the label and a letter that she wrote that she kept, because a lot of her stuff that she uploaded is taken down, but she forgot one thing. She left the letter up here that she one of her school students, she signed at the bottom, have a great day. That is from 2 months ago, right? So if you look at the far end of the letter, she wrote in script with a cursive, have a great break, right? If you compare the letters to the label on the envelope, you will get your answers from there. That's all I got to say about that, right? Good morning, Doris. How are you? Right? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's not far-fetched for us to order, for me personally, to accuse someone like Inclusion Guru who had it out for Roz from day one. And this is not to side with anyone. This is not to gain the popularity or the approval of Roz. This is not what this is, because I have my thoughts and opinions about everyone, whether it's negative or positive. What I'm saying is this is nothing personal about with the Guru. I'm just pointing out, like, consider the fact that she is capable of doing something of this nature. Consider the fact that she is on a mission to take Roz page down. Excuse me. Consider the fact that she is one of those women that would sit and picket and protest to get someone like Roz out of the neighborhood because she don't like the way her children dress, right? So it says murderous family. Like, that brings me to this point. How did it become a murderous family? Okay, so Crystal say, I usually agree with you, but we'll agree to disagree here. I like Guru. I enlarged the picture of the envelope. It looks suspect, reminds me of the envelopes my utility bills come in. Now listen, you saying that I'm not going to do anything special because I don't know how to do anything special on my on my computer. Good morning, Crystal. On my computer and on my phone. Now, if you want to really go into investigate if it could be a possibility that the Guru, because it has nothing to do with like, it has all things to do with your unbiased opinion. See, if you just pull back and say, well, That is a great possibility. Good morning, T-Lo. Welcome to the chat, T-Lo. If you were to consider, Crystal, the possibility that this woman guru has been out on a mission from day one to send letters to Congress, to get in contact with the FBI, the language that she used. Now, if you go down her timeline, Crystal, and you go down her community post, all roads lead to guru. Why wouldn't she do it? The language that we used in the letters, murderous, scamming the elderly, fraudulent activities. She have been active on these YouTube streets from day one, sending out letters, trying to enlist her supporters to do the same thing, right? All I'm saying is if you go down 2 months ago and she have a letter from one of her students going on a break, and if you compare the handwriting, she wrote in cursive at the very bottom of her school form, and she wrote in cursive, well, if it was her, excuse me, allegedly, she wrote in cursive on the label is in cursive. Why is it so like far-fetched? Why is it so like beneath people to compare the two? Why is it that she's not well capable of doing this? Why is it that we can't consider the fact her language and her content like alludes to the fact that she will do something like this and she won't stop? Why is it that she is in Calabasas? Why is it that she's in Baldwin Hills? She's in California. She has been in California. Why we can't consider that if the neighbor, received a letter and in the mail without a return address and it says neighborhood on it, they just thought it was another like junk piece of mail and they decided to open it and read it, and then they saw this. And then someone said in the comments yesterday, you could send out flyers, and then they said, how is it a threat? But that's what I'm saying. Like, what you mean, how is it not a threat? That's a warning, right? So it could be a threat, like threatening people in a neighborhood saying, oh, you have a murderous family in a neighborhood. Oh, you're scamming the elderly, you have fraudulent activities. Like, that's all on YouTube. What does her activities on YouTube have to do with her neighborhood? That's all I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, consider the possibilities. Like over here, I feel like we as adults, that anyone that come in and want to join the show and want to participate, drop a comment, give your feedback. Why we can't be open-minded to the possibility that there is someone that is free roaming around on YouTube, right? And the language that she used, and beneath this letter, she got a letter out, talking about cyber attacks, right? Her videos, her language. Good morning, Bronx. Respectfully, they will never find the person who sent. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're gonna never find the person that sent the letter, but why we can't accuse and why we can't speculate that the guru may have some very much to do with it, but we could speculate and say that, oh, Roz wrote that letter herself. Oh, the letter is fraudulent. Oh, so Roz is that dumb and that crazy and that stupid to go to a police precinct to file a false report to incriminate herself, because filing a false report, you will be incriminated. That is excuse me, I don't know, is that a felony? Yeah, I believe that's a felony, right? Filing a false police claim. That is a excuse me, false report, and that is incriminated, and that's against the law. Okay, or if you trail Guru, if you trail her community posts and her videos, all roads lead to her, right? Sharita, I'm not going to just say jump out the window and say it was Sharita. It would be funny. I think, I don't agree with everything Sharita say. I don't agree with everything Sweet Tea say. I don't agree with everybody who say what they say about Roz or Latrice. Either way, all I'm saying is, like, Sharita, this is not her MO. This is not Sweet Tea's MO. Anybody else is not really necessary for me to bring up. Those are the two like ballers and players in this arena that have something to say about Roz and her content, right? So Guru, she would think that Roz allegedly and her family is murderous. People say, how is that a threat? That's a warning. Like, that's an accusation. That's why they put allegedly, right? Allegedly. Right? If you don't have the facts to support your claim, then that means that you just do it. That's all I got to say about that murderous family. How is it that Roz have a murderous family? Okay. Coco Love is in the building. Tilo said, Bronx, I'm going to try not to insert much this morning, but you said that you are working with facts. I said that to say they are not on the only two, and CA Roz is not nice, so it could be anyone. No. Where I came to that conclusion is because if this is YouTube talk, right? So if we go back to the letter once again, good morning. Fanny said someone sent Miss Carver pizza. They never found that person. It's not about finding the person, right? Because maybe that person won't be found out. What I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to convey and bring to the audience in my community and my small community of people that's growing, like shout out to my supporters, the brave hearts and the eagle eyes. Shout out to everyone in the chat and just shout out to everyone that's listening from near and far. What I'm trying to say is I said that my channel is neutral and it's an unbiased opinion. While we can't consider the fact that it may well have been Guru because she do have a paper trail of trying to send out letters to every organization there is possible outside of YouTube. Nothing became of her taking like letters and taking up Google, what is it? Google, what's that shit that she did? Questionnaires. None of it became of it, right? She is really hard on the fact, and she set out on the fact that she wants to get rid of Roz completely. And that's all I got to say. Okay. I am not trying to offend anyone. I'm just saying, why can I think personally, even if Roz didn't come to that fact that or conclusion or accuse the Guru allegedly of sending this letter, I will automatically have assumed that it was her or the Duppy. But we know it wasn't the Duppy because she have bigger fish to fry. You know, she have a dictatorship that she have to run, right? So we know Guru is well capable of doing it because she's the only one. She's the only one on this side of the sector, in this sector presently, that is out on a mission to send out letters to Congress, to the FBI, to RIS, to the tax and fraud. She's the only one that all missions lead to her. So why am I like far-fetched for thinking this? I don't understand. That's not right. Good morning, Unique. Candy Girl, wow, there you go with what Candy Girl said. Oh, Candy Girl said, I'm a postmaster and have been for 22 years. And in my opinion, about the letter stamp, the top will not leave a post office faded like that. It's against federal, what? It's against federal regulations. I'm a postmaster and have been for 22 years. In my opinion, about the letter stamp at the top will not leave a post office faded like that. It's against federal regulations. You sure about that? Wait. You sure about that, Cassandra? So you mean to tell me all these letters I have that nothing is faded? How you know, like I don't understand that point right there. Excuse me. Candy Girl, right? So the letter that was written didn't have a return address on it, right? Oh, so if it wasn't the Guru, can we consider the possibilities that it could have been like allegedly the Hernandez family? So many enemies, you'll never know who can call out anybody's name. So, that's true, Pamela. So can I ask a question? More than likely, you can ask any question you want, Unique. Okay. All I'm saying is a lot of people, but that's crazy that you're saying because you're a postmaster that this is like impossible to happen, right? So you said you're a postmaster in your opinion. So I feel like if you was a postmaster over 22 years, then you would just, it's not an opinion, it's facts, right? Let me see. I'm gonna go to. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to. Let me see. Let me hurry up and put this on pause. Mute. Okay, let me see. What's the question? Good morning, Lasagna. Is Roz question able as well? But I wouldn't question Roz. I wouldn't automatically think because listen, everybody have their mindset. They have their own type of views and points about Roz. However, when it comes to like being logical and reasoning and thinking outside the box and not being biased against the person that you already dislike. So why is it so hard just to consider the fact that the Guru is well capable of sending a letter like this because she was out on a mission from day one to get Roz off YouTube? I don't understand why. What am I saying wrong? That's that Candy girl, not Cassandra. Drama brain views Bronx. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Roz is that sophisticated or that crazy. That I mean, did y'all read the letter over and over and over again? Rosalind Knight, she called out the woman name. Like, why would? Let me see. Let me pause it right there. All I'm saying is y'all talking, but it's a stamp on there. I don't want to get into the details of the envelope. The fact of the matter is that the letter was sent to Roz. The fact of the matter, because these are the facts. A letter was sent to Roz. It seems threatening. It seems harmful. It seems like it should be taken into consideration for great concern. Roz should be concerned and scared for her life at this point, right? Because letters come, what comes to follow? She took it to the proper authorities. She got the detective name. There's going to be an investigation, even if it was an investigation and nothing came of it. Why? What's the question is, why can't the guru be considered? That's my point, in my opinion. I'm just saying. So answer me that, Unique. But it's more than that, Pamela. It's way more than that. You saying we really don't care who did it. All we know is she's scared and she's a big lion. That's all y'all see. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm looking over the comments. Like, I see further than that. I don't just see, oh, she's a big lion, she's scared. I would be scared too. That someone is on a manhunt to get me taken out because they're not too satisfied with my YouTube content. I don't understand. Okay, Bronx, I look sophisticated, but I still can be gutter if I choose. Listen, you can be whatever you want over here, whether you gutter, everyone is open. No one, I'm not like judging anyone background because I get gutter too. And that's probably where I survive the most is getting gutter so I can relay and be on people like, you know, level, right? I'm just saying, just do me that favor, everyone, right? Well, I want you to compare the label to guru handwriting. No, no, no. No, I understand that. I want you to be good. If you feel like, you want to push back and you want to say it in a way that you may think I may understand. No, you are feel because you have been respectful. You have been over your supporter. So I wouldn't think that you were coming at me, but I feel like all questions are acceptable. All questions are open here. Okay. Well, when it comes to the bag. Right. But what I'm saying is Roz was the topic, right? So every time something happened to her, she find it necessary to come to YouTube and people follow it up. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay? If you look at Lasagna. Lasagna is a member. See, my members support me. If you look at all the facts, she would be a suspect, correct. She advertised writing letters, correct. She has been through Calabasas. She have been through Baldwin Hills. She have her. Let me tell you something. This lady, I'm not sitting here trying to say that she's the only one capable of doing this. However, if I had to pinpoint and accuse someone directly, and first one that comes to mind is the guru. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not like beneath her to get down and rumble and get dirty with pigs, right? I'm just saying, and y'all talking about listen, and this brings me to this point. It brings me to this point because it was written in, I don't know, I can't even make that out, 2023. So that means that it was written and sent, last month, right? Of January, I don't know, because we only on the 3rd. I'm just saying one more time, when I read the letter, it says neighborhood watch. You have a murderous family. What does neighborhood watch mean? Like, why would somebody put neighborhood watch? I don't understand. And then you have a murderous family that resides at blank, blank, blank. So if not true, Bronx, about Guru, what changed about your view about her? What are you saying? Why y'all keep thinking I'm changing my view about someone? Everything. Why I haven't changed my view on anyone. Every time when I come forward and speak my mind and speak my opinion and give my commentary, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. What do you mean, Unique? Who did I change my view on? You excuse me. Good morning, Joyce. Unique, who you think I changed my view on? So if not True Bronx about Guru, what would change about your view of her? Nothing would change my view of her. I already have my not preconceived notions. I already have my opinions of her. I already have my I already analyzed this woman and studied this woman. And I'm not trying to say that to be creepy, but I'm just saying like her videos lead to all roads that she is a Karen. That's what she is. A direct Karen. She is the type of person that will be in Starbucks and say Roz probably didn't put no foam in her coffee. Now she's writing a letter to the manager and request to see the manager and request Roz be fired because Roz didn't put any foam in her cup, right? She made a videos, and I don't care what Sharita said or Sweet Tea said at this point about Roz's family, because I feel like the guru mean it the most. I feel like the guru, she was living next to Roz allegedly, and allegedly she living next to Roz, and Roz have a family that don't look so proper to her or look so educated to her. She's making a phone call to the neighborhood watch, the community board, and say we have a family in this neighborhood that I don't think fit in or blend in. How did they get in this neighborhood like this? Her son is wearing gang colors. That's not allowed in this neighborhood. When probably Roz allegedly, just saying as a parody, came into the neighborhood paying her taxes, paying her mortgage, working every day, but her sons, her children may look out of place because the guru, the type of woman that think everybody's supposed to look alike. Sweet Tea is in the building. Welcome, Sweet Tea. I was just saying about Sweet Tea. I feel like when you, Sweet Tea, welcome to Good Morning, and please say hello to Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea and Sharia, I don't feel like they have that much hate in their heart, right? They could go on and talk about Roz, talk about anyone, go back and forth, roast them, and whatever they y'all do, right? At the end of the day, when you log off, I feel like you just logging off, right? But I feel like the guru is up all late night hours searching, because searching to prove what she's saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. The Bronx, you don't have a second person in mind. It's just her that you have. Exactly. I don't have a second person in mind. I just said I don't think it's Sharita, but Roz had two people in mind, maybe three. No, the chat had three people in mind. Roz had Sharita in mind. Roz had the guru in mind, right? If the language in the letter wasn't from YouTube, maybe I still would say it come from YouTube, right? I did have a second person in mind, Cassandra. I said it probably would be the Hernandez family, allegedly. What about Treese? No, Treese is way too in love with her man for her to be sending letters. I'm sorry. She's in love. She's not even in the States, is she? So I wouldn't consider Latrice doing no shit like that. Not this far in the game. Latrice haven't launched the letter, thought about writing a letter yet. Exactly. That's what I think. That's what I was saying. I was like, because just by the videos out y'all put, like, Sharita put out a video yesterday of cooking. You put videos out of you and your family. So I don't think that, when you log off of YouTube, you sitting there doing freaking full investigations, Sweet Tea. I don't think that about Sharita either. And I say that because the paper trail that the guru leaves on her community wall, her community post, points at her, two fingers pointing at her. Okay? Bronx, it's okay. We have confidence that it was not guru. That's okay. That's her job, to influence her supporters, to have the faith in her and confidence in her that she would not do that. But me on the outside looking in, and don't have a biased opinion about things, of course I would consider her. Of course she would be considered a suspect. Shout out to Lasagna because she advertised writing letters, right? We over here at the Bronx Girl platform, right? We make it make sense. We piece the pieces together to the puzzle. Guru was in the hood weeks or months ago. She was in Inglewood in LA. So how do you figure she feels she's a person to look down on lower class people? Why do I feel like it's okay? Because she do. She is a Karen. She's a modern day Karen of this 20th century. Are we in the 20th century, or am I just getting ahead of time, or I'm headed back? You know, what I'm saying is her characteristics, her morals, her integrity shows and exhibits what type of person she is. I just explained that if she was living in the same neighborhood as Roz came into the neighborhood, Roz may look a little out of place. Her children may look out of place because they're not proper, because they're not studious, because her oldest son wear red, because let me not go there, right? Because her children wear certain things, her children hears a certain way, they talk a certain way. She's on the phone calling, researching to see how Roz was able to get in a neighborhood like this. She's on the phone, right? She's the cop that stopped you at the traffic light because you have a nice car and you're black, and how could you afford this? Right? She's the first person that will accuse you of being a football player, a basketball player, because of your height, because she don't think you have enough intelligence to go to school and get 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees. She's a black educator, right? She is. She's not a black educator. She's an educator, right? We lack enough of them, so I respect it. There is many people that educate people all over the world. Have you ever heard of Dr. Cornel West? That's a black educator, right? Martin Luther King, that was a black educator, right? Malcolm X was a black educator, right? Maya Angelou, you could consider her a black educator, right? Just me. Good morning, just me. Lasagna. Oh, look at Sweet Tea is still in the building. Thank y'all for saying hello to Sweet Tea. She's welcome him anytime she wants. Calabasas and Baldwin Hills are nowhere where Raza. It doesn't matter, right? So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. We don't know where this. Listen, let's just get off the fact that just because. Listen, y'all making up your own theories. My theory is, and I suspect that if anyone we're going to point the finger at, it's going to be the guru, allegedly, and maybe the Hernandez family, allegedly. Yeah, I don't like her. But that doesn't mean that I can't still give my opinion. Me liking her has nothing to do with her characteristics. If you following someone and you have faith in, well, not following, so faith in them. If you following someone and you admire someone, you get to know them, right? So the outside is that think logically, open-minded, broad-minded, and we could see right into her little tactics that she display on YouTube every single day. She have a paper trail of trying to take Roz down. She have a paper trail of writing letters. So why wouldn't we automatically consider the fact that it is a great possibility that she is behind this? I don't understand that. I'm going to say this. Tilo said, I'm going to say this, so please don't block me, but it could be you. You hate ID that much to get her out and for views too. I just say, remember that I like you to. I don't hate nobody, right? I don't hate nobody. I don't like her, and it's not even her. I don't like her characteristics. I don't like her. I don't like the way she portray herself as this educated woman that sit there. She stand for Black people, right? So she have enough power, I guess, on YouTube in her community, within her community, the people that believe that she has educated and changed people's lives, and she asking people to fill out surveys and never even made the promise or guarantee of getting people money back. She's the one that went out on a ledge to write to Congress, supposedly. She's the one that went on a ledge to write to the FBI. She's the one that went out on a ledge to include Rod's son, who died, untimely and tragically at the hands of gun violence, right? She's the one that sit there and speak about race, but she's a Black she's not an Oreo, okay? She's a Karen. Karens are Black too. She's the one that's going out on a limb to try to get Rod's page taken down. No one is working that extra hard to do all that shit to Roz. That's what the hell I'm saying. Bronx, my opinion, as if I was a detective person, is questionable. Even Roz and family, that's how police look at situations. Like, they're not going, but Roz cannot go to the precinct and say, oh my goodness, I received a letter, and then she write a letter, and then she go, and then she incriminate herself. She ain't that stupid. Let me see. I'm not gonna block you. Why would I block you, T-Lo? That's just not something I would do for you sharing your opinion. Hi, we Leaper. I wanted to come back to hi Bronx, hi chat, hi. We drop it in from the bushes. I will be hella surprised if it's IG. In my opinion, that was a desperate move, and IG doesn't seem that desperate to me. IG is too smart for that. Listen, don't take it from me, weed Leaper. Sorry, Lepa. Don't take it from me. If y'all were to just consider the fact that she has a paper trail that's leading to her MO, that's leading up to this point, that she write letters constantly, that she research things constantly. The wording in the letter, like the wording in the letter says scamming the elderly, cyberbullying, and fraudulent activities. This leads to someone of this nature. That's all I'm saying. Why is it that she can't have time for this, but she has time to write letters to all type of organizations outside of YouTube? YouTube probably was like, okay, this is nothing, and they like pushed her letter to the side because you do know YouTube have guidelines that you have to abide by and follow, and if you don't, they have become more stricter. Roz's page has not been demonetized. Her page has not been struck. Her page has not been terminated forever. So why is it that she is going through this great length to take Roz down and nothing is happening? Please tell me. Please tell me that, weed. She said she was writing letters. She even wrote God a letter. What? Don't say that, Pamela. Did we see did we see the police report or card Bronx? Yes, I am. If you go to Roz's page, I don't know if Roz took it down. Let me see if she took it down. Because maybe the police officer told her, don't be putting my shit up there. Let me see if she let me see if she took it down. Okay, here we go. Let me see. And I see the next question. Sometimes these questions are a little bit insensitive. No, it's still up there. It's still up there. Um, Chopping it up with Roz. She went to she has the card for the detective, police officer, and on the next page she has the, I guess, the docket number or the case number. I don't know, not the case number, but the number. I guess a complaint number. So there you go. I don't think she have to display the report. I wouldn't go that far as putting out a report. She said if y'all want to call, she did say that. She said if y'all want to call the police detective, the card and the numbers right there. So give it a call. Okay, let me read. The people kill their own mother and father for insurance money. Bronx, I don't put nothing past anyone, even me. Listen, I'm not that type of person. I'm not killing my father for no insurance money. I'm not killing my rich husband for no insurance money. That's not in my nature. People that's, that have that mindset, I don't know if they over here like that, right? Even, you know, they don't have that type of mindset over here. They have like a benign mindset where they think writing letters is going to get the job done. While people, hey Mary, while people could be trying to frame IG, think about that. Also, no, she's not. No, no, no. I could see if this woman was so sweet and innocent, and she gave like sound advice to Roz. All her advice, just like Roz, when she give advice to Latrice, is kind of hurtful and harmful and hateful, right? So when I hear her give advice to Roz and her family, it's hurtful, harmful, and hateful, right? She go beyond the measures to go after Roz, even including Roz's son, who died at a young age, tragically and untimely, which is unfortunate for the whole family. She has opened this Pandora box. She has. She did. Now she's here and she got to get stuck with it, right? Let me just stop. Oh my gosh. Let me read the let me just let me read the next comment. Leah says, good morning, all. Bronx IG is not the only person that will see her off YouTube. There are so many content creators that hate her. How could any of you say who possibly know did it, Leah? Well, we can't really say, but we can suspect. We can't point the fingers. We can't judge. It's just speculation, right? I speculate. So if it's not the excuse me, if it's not the guru, right? If Who else could it be? The Hernandez family allegedly could be possibly well capable of doing this, right? Who would sit there to think to send a letter, right, with that type of writing? I already point all the facts and examples. I told y'all to go compare handwriting. She left a letter on her community post 2 months ago, writing a script, a descriptive note to one of her students, and excuse me, and cursive. The label on the envelope is in cursive also. Compare the handwriting and tell me if I'm stupid or tell me if I'm not. People will call the number on the card to incriminate themselves. They will. Let them call. Roz need all the help she could get. Let me read this. It's not kind of Bronx up. It's good. Good morning, Mary Jones. It's not kind of Bronx. Tell the truth. What do you mean, unique? I don't understand. That's just an example. Okay, it's not. It's only a complaint. Bronx, I rock with you. I have a question. What if we find out that it wasn't IG? Would you be willing? No, I'm not going to apologize. I don't apologize. I won't. I'm not apologizing to nobody on this YouTube streets for what? Why would I apologize, Lois, to the guru when all roads lead to her and her behavior that she has displayed over and over again on YouTube? She has took it upon herself. She has made it her journey and her mission to go out on a ledge, to go out and make a point to get Roz off of YouTube. Why wouldn't she stop there? This is her MO letters. Why do I have to apologize to her? Please tell me. I don't understand why I got to apologize, sir. Fanny says people assume anything innocent to proven guilty, so we can't go for months guessing who sent the letter. In my opinion, admit nothing will be done. It will be just the talk of yeah, that's all it is, the talk of YouTube, and I'm talking about it. And I have every right to stand in my conviction that it was allegedly the guru. I have every right to believe it was her. Just like she have every right to believe that the way she think of every other person on these YouTube streets. She is a sneaky woman. She is not who she says she is, right? She don't like to be humiliated, but she want to humiliate others. She want to be talk down to other people and their families and their children. She's very condescending. She lacked judgment and awareness. So when I come to not a conclusion, when I give my commentary, it's like, oh, that couldn't be right, Bronx. You hate her. You dislike her. Why you have it out for her? That is none of what is going on and none of what I'm saying. I just think it's one of these supporters from any one of these reaction channels. That's true. I'm just saying thanks, Randy. All I'm saying, no, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not apologizing to nobody. Just like someone was in the comments saying, oh, yesterday you said you blame Fee and Candace, and I stand by what I said. I don't take that back. If you stood up here and you have an accusation and you real wholeheartedly believe that someone is a threat to you, someone could harm you, I'm not taking it back. That means I was talking in vain. Every time I get up here, maybe joking, maybe, commentary and opinions and facts inserted, but I'm not apologizing to anybody. I'm not. I believe, and I'm going to stand by that, I believe it was her or someone from her camp, right? I just don't believe it was Sharita. I don't believe it was Sweet Tea. Not from their camp, not from their, and I don't believe it was Latrice. I'm sorry. Okay, so Leah said, I'm coming to you, and I'm just going to get off because we going up. We going up. Just asking. Leah says, why do you think all that Roz said is true without proof or facts? Listen, you think Roz is so dumb that she would come to YouTube with someone threatening her, someone speaking ill of her family. Then she says she went to file a report in her neighborhood, well, in her community with the police, and suffer or pay any repercussions, because if you file a fake police report, a fake claim, that's what, against the law? That's a crime. She put the detective's number up there and the case number, not the case number, but the complaint number. So why don't the people that think Roz didn't file a complaint, why don't you give the detective, a call to see what's the status of the case? So here we go. I never heard her mention you, Bronx. That's a lie. She has. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all see what y'all want to see. See, while people that get up here every single day and have commentary, every like a response to things and shit, I sit back and I analyze. My supporters know that's what I do. My supporters know that that's why I come twice a week, because we round it up on the weekend and we end it out on the weekend, right? I see everything that go on. I don't like particularly watch every single little thing, but if I glance at YouTube and my name pop up in a page or a community line, or you speaking indirectly or throwing subs, like she has mentioned me before. She's scared to say my name because she know that her supporters are not true to who they want her to be, right? She's scared to say my name, but she hint at it. She have done a lot of sneaky stuff, and I'm not going to go down the timeline. I just can't go down the timeline at all. The bottom line and the only fact is no one knows who really did it. That's a fact. But if y'all can accuse Roz of doing it, why can't I accuse Guru? And I stick by what I say. So let me go back up to I'm coming out the bushes. Why you hate inclusion, Guru, but Roz does so much dirt? Oh, I forgot you a Roz supporter. And that's the thing about, people and their how they feel, personally feel. Roz is not special to me. The Guru damn sure is not special to me. I don't like the Guru because the Guru is a fake and a phony and a fraud. I don't like the Guru because she's a hateful woman. I don't like the Guru because she portrays an image as something that she is bigger than what she is. I don't like the Guru because she's trying to take over YouTube, but she thought she could, but nobody let her in. She had to. She's still fighting her way. I don't like the Guru because she act like as if she's better than someone. I don't like the Guru because she's going above and beyond to prove a point, and she have not proved a point yet. She has showed that she's not reliable or responsible enough to influence her supporters. Right? She feeds them. She's no different. She's no different from Chad the Duppy. Chad the Duppy docks people, and the lunchroom lady, the Guru Karen the Guru, right? Karen the Guru, right? She go above and beyond measures to write letters that means nothing to anyone. that's that's all I'm saying. Blessed hands I have. It's probably the one that won her off. You need to keep Guru name out your mouth. Your ugly ass mouth. Bars is evil. She did that. And this is what I'm talking about, self-love. You get out of here. This is what I'm talking about with y'all stupid ass supporters of the Guru. And I'm talking about people like whatever your name is, Kangaroo, right? Kangaroo. Come into the chat. Cause she's so mad, or it is so mad. It is so mad that I'm giving commentary on this woman, providing facts, inserting my opinions, right? Because she has a paper trail leading to suspect that she would definitely go out on a ledge and try to do this and sabotage Roz. Okay? Y'all can say whatever you want to say. All roads are leading to the Guru. Okay? She advertised every other day that she's doing research, intense research on the internet, on Google, to try to figure out how to get and put Roz out of commission. All right, let's say by the Kangaroo. Where is Kangaroo Comment? There go Kangaroo Comment. This is the type of people that the Karen Guru is representing her. This is the type of people that represent Karen. Block. Let's block that hoe. I'll be back when have more to discuss. Have a wonderful day, Bronx. Peace and chat. Thank you, Unique. Look, you said, like, this is what I'm saying. Nobody could rebut. Nobody could rebut anything I'm saying. I will drop this. Wait, I will drop this link because I'm getting off in the next 10 minutes. And anybody could rebut what I say. Come up and rebut it. You're not going to rebut it because you don't have nothing to say. You know what I mean? You don't have anything to say of sound in mind, logic and reasoning. Let me see. I think I missed the chat. Okay. It's probably the one, Mary Jones says, probably the one that want her off the most. It's the newfound sister, in my opinion. And It could be you and me. Exactly. It could be me, but I wouldn't. I don't have to like sink that low to do something. Nobody on YouTube is that special to me. Nobody on YouTube matters to me that most that I have to go out all like that to prove a point, to take someone down, to sabotage someone's channel. No, I don't have to do that. I don't post comments like often as the guru. I don't go into like details of what I'm doing, every move I make. Okay, if you want to, I just laid out the facts. Compare her handwriting to the handwriting on a letter. I told you 2 months ago she left out a letter because she erased a lot of and she took down a lot of videos, right? Compare her handwriting to the letter, excuse me, to the little note that she left her student. That's all I'm saying, right? That's all I'm saying. Roz did it. Roz did it. I don't care. I don't care. Like, yeah, that's okay if y'all feel like Roz did it. It's somebody that's close to Roz that want to take her down, in my opinion. Right. Right. You sound like, oh, that's what Kugler said. We blocked the hell out of Kugler. You know, a hole like that, kangaroo, sounds like jealousy to me. Right. Maybe it's you, Bronx. It is me. I did send Roz the letter. And that's the thing. A lot of people come in here with the mindset that they're going to have the same excuse me, that I'm going to give the same commentary and run a broadcast show as everyone else do. I have a difference of opinion. I have I insert the facts, right? I give a broad perspective. I try to at least leave people leaving this chat with a different like a viewpoint. And if it's not made, then it's not made. That's okay. Everyone have their own opinion. So why can't Bronx have hers? Thank you, Blessings. That's okay. I will take that. I would take that. Excuse me, bless hands. They could push back, but I stand by what I say, and I stand firm in what I say. Riri Rex. Why would Roz do that to herself? That's what I was trying to figure out. That sounds like Roz too. Then okay. I just don't understand why Roz would do that to herself. Anybody, you can accuse me, but I damn sure know I don't even have that time to do it, right? So, and then like people were saying, like the letter effect itself, it just goes to show how hateful people are. you know, that's why they said allegedly. And the person that said allegedly didn't know what they were doing and was kind of dumb and stupid because they signed in their own handwriting blueprint. They wrote it in their own handwriting and then typed up the letter in bold print and they put a stamp on it. So I don't know where y'all going with it, but I know where I'm going with it. Whoever wrote this letter, have it out for Roz, want to sabotage her, want to take her channel down, don't want her to excel in whatever she do. And it's not even about me taking a side or being a Roz supporter. It's about me having a broad perspective and a difference of opinion, unbiased opinion. Okay, that's all I got to say. Who knew about the graffiti on her house? Someone in the neighborhood did that, or her. But everybody is so quick to say Roz would do something so stupid like this, but nobody will consider the fact and say that, yeah, very much, well, the guru could have possibly done this. Right? Nobody want to compare and get the facts because I am the one that's doing it, so you don't have to do it. Doing research. Nobody want to do their research. Why don't you just go compare the letter that the person sent to Roz, read the script on the label, and compare it to her handwriting? That's all I'm saying. Why you scared to do that? To include love bugs. Love bugs, are you in here? Love bugs. If you love your guru so much, Karen the guru, we have been calling her Karen from when we first started. I see Mel Medusa called her Karen, which she is every bit of a Karen. She has displayed that type of attitude on these streets of YouTube, the hood sector, a Karen coming in this sector, trying to change the temperature of things and the climax of things. Right? Why don't y'all love bugs, since you honor her and admire her so much? Why don't you go compare that handwriting that is on the letter, right, to her handwriting on her community post 2 months back? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Roz did it. I read that one. Jenny from the Rock say, I don't know about the graffiti. I don't know about none of that. All I'm saying is that, right, if Roz suspect or have reason to believe that allegedly the guru is trying to take her out, she have enough proof to prove if she was to take it and pursue legal action. Consider those facts, people. All right. So listen, let me just end this by saying, I appreciate everyone coming to the chat and sharing their opinions. All opinions are welcome. Your comments are welcome. But when you come in and, we having a decent conversation amongst a mature crowd of people, group of people, and then someone like Kangaroo come in here and get blocked because she feel that what I'm saying is not meeting her or her narrative or making her feel comfortable. That just goes to show you that you don't belong in this side of town. Okay? That you don't belong on this side of town. Let me see. Blessing said, why would Roz put out a letter like that in her own neighborhood? Exactly. And it said neighborhood watch. Okay. Then React said, that's just someone trying to get her ran out of the neighborhood that the haters run. I don't understand how they gonna run her out of the neighborhood. I'm pretty sure they seen article cuttings and the tragedies that she has suffered. People calling her her family a murderous family, and in that right there, I feel like that's wrong. Right? Let's consider this. Let's just say that let's reenact the scene for just a moment because I don't want to hint on this too long. Now, I heard a lot of people saying that, the one that suffered the tragedy at the hands of gun violence is, Mac Myron. So, to the people that's listening and who stayed so far, does it make sense, right? Allegedly, Mac Myron got out his car, blasted, right? He managed to blast and shoot people, right? And the person that he shot in question managed to get up, or whomever shot Mac Myron had enough strength, enough life in him to shoot him back and shoot him dead. And the person just fell down and died, right? So they said it was two murders, two killings from either side. Someone died on the Hernandez side and someone died on chopping up a Ross side. And 4 people were shot. So you mean to tell me that Myron was capable of committing a mass shooting? What? Roz made a lot of enemies on these YouTube streets. She did, but no one is that going that far to write letters and that sloppy. I'm sorry. Thinking her neighbors would be in the uproar. Probably the guy who told her to shut the garage, right? Y'all just coming up with different scenarios. I'm going to stick by what I said about Roz, about Guru, and I stand by what I say. I'm not going to apologize to her. I don't have no reason to apologize to her. All I'm just saying, murderous family, that's like the language of YouTube. And that's the language of YouTube that is used here on YouTube by a certain person instead, in particular, the Karen, the Guru, is the same language that's used in the letter, right? All you do is gotta compare, and the profile is right there. The details are in the letter. If you want to blame someone, and I would not fault anyone for blaming the Guru. That's all I gotta say. Okay. Yeah, you know what? You don't have to watch her in length, but I think Riri, like in length, you could just listen to her like for 2-3 minutes, skip through the part of her introduction or whatever. But a lot of things she say is revealing. I ain't gonna lie. Hey Bronx, good morning. Been here listening. I don't have a dog in this fight, but I will say the truth will always come out in the end. The person that did this childish knows they are. They are. I agree. Why can't it possibly be a neighbor who watched YouTube and decided to get her family out? Because it doesn't work like that. I don't think it worked like that. Leah, she said God told her to stop talking about LA, but she still is. So he took his hands off of her and let her carry on. So this is the result. Right. I don't believe in God. And if we had a God, why would he be so vindictive like that? I don't think it would be the Hernandez family because they don't seem to think like that. And besides, they would have been incented instead of waiting this long. Right. If you don't think it's the Hernandez family, then the only option is left to me is the Guru. And I wouldn't put it past the Hernandez family because, people were saying, shouting justice for the Hernandez family. Wasn't they a couple of weeks ago, they were shouting justice for the Hernandez family? So I'm just saying, if we're going to explore and examine all possibilities, why wouldn't they be considered a suspect? You know what I mean? Like, This is just the details. The writing is in the details. I guess the details is in the writing right there. It's like 20 other people talking about LA, right? But what I'm saying is they saying, what about LA? No, she's too in love to be sitting there taking her time out to write a letter. It was a setup to me. It was a setup to me to point fingers at the guru, in my opinion. Okay, well, listen, why don't y'all just over the weekend, if you have the time, take the time out to go down her timeline and tell me if the writing and the language in the letter that was sent, a flyer that was stamped, that was typed, right? That looked like it's on business. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't want to just go that deep far into it. Why don't you just consider the possibility that if someone had a suspect in custody and she was like, say, in real life, convicted of a crime, why wouldn't we have the right to suspect someone that advertised this type of content? That's all I'm saying. Well, if LA in love, why not like B? Right. Listen, I don't think it was LA. I'm just going to stick by what I say. I'm going to stand by what I say. I hope everyone in this chat this morning just, see the possibilities or consider the options. Okay. I don't think LA did that. I don't think she did that either. Wait, what did Beatrice said Miss Rise is not the only one talks about LA. So many people going after this girl, but no one goes and say anything about the ones that folks that talked about her. But everything Rise she speak on what she see. Okay, Beatrice. LA didn't write it, but I believe she paid someone to see. Nah, she'll listen. That's what see, this chat be having me laughing. Y'all be having me laughing a little bit way too much. Latrice ain't got that type of time. She don't even have those thoughts, like I don't know. I'm just saying I wouldn't automatically assume it was her or automatically think it was her, or I don't even think she have the time to do that. But I feel like someone that has this type of characteristics and it leads to them and the paper trail leads to them because the guru left a paper trail. And that's all I'm asking is in this audience, in this chat this morning. She has a paper trail, Karen the guru, that leads to her in questioning if she's well capable of doing this. Bronx, I respect your opinion. We all have one. No, I respect your opinion too, Doris. But what I'm saying is, like, if I had to bring a suspect in, and if I had to accuse someone and convict them and be sure if I was to take it to the jury, I'm just saying, just speculating, just saying, if that was to all happen in one on a trial, I would automatically assume it's the guru. Automatically assume it was the guru. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like count her out. Like if I feel like if y'all like the guru so much and you think what she's saying it's like uplifting and encouraging, she has been very hurtful, harmful, and hateful towards Roz and her family. Just her particular point of view and the content of her language is just telling, astonishing, you know, the way that she speak about Roz's children, the way that she go after her oldest daughter, her youngest daughter, her sons, right? She have it out for Roz. And I just stand by what I say. She's very sneaky. A lot of people are like, how you know? How you know? How you know that she is sneaky? Because I see how she move on YouTube, right? I don't have to be on YouTube 24/7 to see how she move. Right, Riri, honestly, I think there are a few people involved. It can't be the guru, but when it all comes down to it, you would be surprised who it was. That's true, but until they prove otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, because I am going to end the live. Until they prove otherwise, I'm going to stick by and say that I 100% believe that the guru is allegedly capable and well, she is well capable of doing something like this. And that's how I say that. Let me see before I go. I'm here for it. That's an older person's handwriting. Young folks don't write like that. Let alone in cursive. Today they typed it. So far from gurus get down. It's not even funny. She has a Mary Jones, do you think Roz has it out? Do you think Ross has it out for Treese? Not like that. Have a good day, Bronx. Thank you, Doris. You have a good day as well. What about the person taking pictures of the houses and comparing car to Juju ex-girlfriend car? That's weird. Yeah, they do a lot of things. And you know what? I haven't seen that portion yet, but I can only imagine. Lisa said, I'm with you. You might be right. No, and then I'm here for it. Said, I beg to differ, to each his own. Thank you, Doris. Okay, so listen, if y'all want to get into it before I leave, right? We are okay. Before I leave, honestly speaking, um, who said it? I'm here for it. Said that's him. Okay, that's an older person's handwriting. Young folks don't write like that. You know that the guru is like close to 50, right? I'm trying to. Do y'all want me to pin it on my community post? I would do that, okay? I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna pin it on my community post. Listen, and you tell me if it's far fetched for me not to compare handwritings, even if it's not the handwriting. You have to consider the fact that this woman did write in cursive on her note to her student, and the label is written in cursive. Okay, people. So, everyone, I would like to say thank you for tuning in and listening to my insight and my perspective. And I want everyone to have a great day, a great weekend. And I love you for listening. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Lasagna. Thank you to all my supporters that's in the building. And thank you to the chat and the spectators. Have a great, 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 great Friday. I will, as soon as I hang up. Bye, chocolate. Exactly. Maybe exactly. Thank you, Riri. I wasn't gonna go there, but see, the intellectual minds come together. Uh, do you ponder what I ponder? Exactly. Thank you, Riri. I'll talk to y'all later. Let me post this right now.